Is Elon Musk really as smart as people think he is? Yes. But. Okay, yes first. The people who say he's not very bright don't have the slightest clue what they're talking about.
Yeah, of course.
By any objecting criteria, Elon Musk is very, very smart indeed. Is he a bully? Yes. Was he born into wealth and privilege? Yes. He's also, according to everyone who's worked with him, almost unbelievably intelligent.
That's not at all what I've heard, man. From any of my friends who have legitimately lived with him, not in any capacity. So many. I think it's moronic to say that he is not bright, but to say he's unbelievably intelligent, that has not been in any way, shape, or form regurgitated by the people who I know who have worked with him for years.
He taught himself rocket science, and is
no, he didn't.
The people who
he
say
has no fucking
also,
clue what he's talking about when it comes to rocket science, and relies on a team of engineers to package everything for him.
With him, almost unbelievably intelligent. He taught himself rocket science, and is integrally involved in hands-on engineering at SpaceX
no, he's
and
not.
Tesla.
No, he's
About
not.
80% of his time at SpaceX is spent on engineering.
It's definitely spent with engineers as they explain things to him so he can feel as if he can take credit for what's occurring, but he's not engineering shit.
There's a thing people do, a lot of folks are doing it in the answers to this question, where when they don't like someone, they dismiss and downplay the things that person does. Oh, that Elon, he's kind of a dick.
No, we can give credit to the fact that Elon Musk has undoubtedly helped create an aura of genius and create products that are compelling on account of it. You know what I mean? Just curious, I'm defending Elon, but did your friends ever work directly with him? Yes, intimately. Intimately with him in direct engineering capacities. 100%.
Therefore, I'm going to believe that any schlub could have done what he did. No. Elon Musk.
He has definitely given himself title of head engineer, without a doubt. He is not in any way, shape, or form a competent engineer and is not responsible for any of the innovation that has occurred at his companies. He is, however, hell-bent on reporting things as if they are his. I think he was a net positive. I don't really know what about him is positive, to be honest with you. This feels like the kind of thing you couldn't know. So one of my my childhood best friends is a brilliant engineer who's worked intimately with him at his companies and has since left on the basis of what it is he's observed through him.
Is the smartest person in most rooms he's in. But intelligence and social acumen aren't the same thing.
He also purchased the rights to call himself the founder of Tesla, a company that he had no hand in founding and products that he had no hand in developing himself.
Elon Musk is intelligent. Very intelligent.
I agree.
He's also driven, hardworking, and determined.
And I do believe he's all of those things too. He is not, however, a tech messiah who is in any way, shape, or form responsible for the quote-unquote perceived innovation that his companies have thrust into market.
And in addition to that, he's socially awkward. Have you ever seen him speak? He might be one of the most socially awkward people on the planet, clueless, and almost unbelievably incompetent at social interaction. He appears to have severe problems with empathy, and appears unable to identify with or even recognize the personhood of other human beings. He treats other people...
I don't think Elon's like an ugly dude, and I don't think the way he looks is relevant to my criticism of him. I have no interest in invalidating someone on the basis of their appearance. That doesn't interest me. You having model parents doesn't mean you're going to be an attractive person. Genetics are crazy.
...is expendable in almost every social interaction.
I had no say in the lot in life. Can we at least talk about his hair plugs? Why? Dude, if I bald, I'll get hair plugs. Or maybe I'll give up, who knows, and I'll just be happy with a bald head. But, like, dude, who fucking cares? His hair plugs are great. Dude looks fucking amazing, all things considered. Dude had no fucking hair at, like, 28. Has a full head of hair now. Dude's fine. Like, I don't know, man. I don't think there's anything wrong with getting hair plugs. It's one thing that people literally cannot stop, you know? Like, his appearance has 0% of the problem with him. It's the way he self-mythologizes and perpetuates this myth of, like, capitalist meritocracy that just doesn't exist, you know? And he's doing the same kind of bootstraps bullshit he's doing at Twitter that people tend to just revere for some reason. Of some kind of asshole fucking plutocrat coming in, acquiring a company and being like, we're going to have to work some long fucking hours and you're going to have to work hard. And everyone's like, he's just making a company profitable. No, he's not. He's demanding his workers do that. by compromising their health, because it is not a profitable fucking business stratagem at present, or it would be profitable in the absence of exploitation. It's not profitable at present, and he has to figure out how to make it profitable, not via the exploitation of his workers. That's not how this works. That is not how this works. If a company requires exploitation to stand on its own, it is not a viable model at all.
The interviews with him are any indication. Simple social cues are invisible to him, and basic social interaction is completely unfathomable to him. Which makes him perfect to head a space...
No, the blue thing is a great way of literally compromising the integrity of the platform by making it such that, like, it's like having, like, a free-to-play version of a game. It's kind of like RuneScape, you know? Where, like, you can do free-to-play RuneScape, but you can't do half the shit in the game without it. You just make it necessary. It's a non-negotiable for people. If they want to be visible in their algorithm in any capacity, they have to play ball. It's it's exploitation. That's all it is. It's an exploitation of the platform that people have been utilizing for some time. It's a compromising of the very product that you sold. It's kind of like you selling imagine if you sold a Tesla and then had people pay a fee to use it every month, you know? Granted, you still have to buy the Tesla, but to me, it's bullshit, right? It's like, you have the car, don't worry. But it's not going to start unless you pay $8 a month. You know what I mean? I don't think it's exploitative. He owns it. I think that, okay, so when I say it's exploitative, let me tell you why it is. It's that you took what a product was for well over a decade and you invalidated its function to anyone who doesn't want to pay to play. The laborers should own their own labor. Yes, they should unionize. I agree. We've just overthrown the government of Brazil. Excited to announce insulin is free now. Yeah, these are fun. And then he ruined the parody account shit because he decided to make the one marker of legitimacy invalid. Like, there was so many other ways they could have fucking made anything adjacent to, like, verification exist outside of the verification symbol that they have used for the majority of companies and accounts that must necessarily be verified, right? You are most likely under contracts which cannot unionize, I'm pretty sure. And that's heinous, mind you. If you're contractually forbidden from unionizing, that is legitimate exploitation, make no mistake. Unionization is the only way that the laboring class can advocate for the value of their own labor. That's it. It has to be done in unity. Otherwise, you are at the mercy of plutocratic whim and enjoy the way that the entire workforce degrades over time. So Elon Musk is not. Yeah, I'm sure that Musk is smart. He is not the driver of innovation that everyone has lauded him as, and that's the real concern. It should be mandatory to be unionized because you can't compete with huge companies. Yes, labor forces should unquestionably unionize in every capacity. Twitch streamers should unionize. Everyone should be actively unionizing, without a doubt. There is no reason to not be. It is the only way to advocate for that which you need to subsist, and it's the only way to combat corporate greed on a ground level because they literally cannot manufacture product in the absence of labor. Unionized labor is the only way to actively combat the tyranny of the owning class, period. Too bad most people are brainwashed into believing that unions are bad. It's literally taught that unions are un-American. It's like the single most American thing you could do. Unions quite literally are responsible for any, like, viable, like, think about how all trades are more or less unionized, and now that we're, like, fucking realizing that wage slaving for, like, 40 grand a year in a cubicle is not necessarily the single most lucrative trajectory. Unions were linked with the mafia all throughout school history lessons, which is insane. You should like unions, democracy at work? Yes, 100%. I love how corporations will try to pitch it as if you are going to lose value. Like you are going to be paid less if you unionize. We like to negotiate independently. No. If you thought that you were going to pay everyone less if they unionized, you would encourage unionization. You know that isn't the fucking case. And that you're going to be forced to actually value the labor that you are employing. Like, it's haunting to them.